Penguins Hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Dodge. In a perfect world, everything would be different. By Verizon Wireless. Join in. By Pizza Hut. The Insider Pizza, new from Pizza Hut, another one of the best pizzas under one roof. And by Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse. Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Time now for the Dodge Scouting Report. They're not holding anything back. Lemieux's going to start the game. Heads up.
A couple of things to watch out for is how his conditioning is. He can train all he wants off the ice, but he's going to get an opportunity to get into game condition. Timing and anticipation. Watching for him to read and react. We'll see how good he is. Mario is back.
Bill McCreary and Greg Kimmerly will be the two referees tonight. Tim Nowak and Ray Scampanello. The goaltenders Curtis Joseph and Garth Snow for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Matt Sundin against Lemieux, and the puck play to the Penguins in to begin the contest. Swept away by Kasparaitis. An immediate icing call here, which will allow us to set the goaltenders up here for you as we return to action here at the Mellon Arena. Starting netminders for tonight's game. This is a man that sees the bulk of the work for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Take a look at the stats from last night in the 5-3 loss at Atlanta. 4 goals against on 14 shots in the first period. Look for Curtis Joseph to bounce back into the other end. Garth Snow, only one home win. Outstanding last night in Buffalo.
Face-off will be to the left of Snow. It'll be Hrdina to take the draw. And Lemieux out here with Hrdina and Jaromir Jagr to begin the game for Coach Ivan Olinka. Sundin with Jonas Hoagland working his left wing, and Igor Korolev on the right side. Puck move back into the Toronto zone. View behind the net, turns, looks, put it in front, straightaway play. The Penguins think they have a goal. The light went on, the puck was jammed behind Joseph. Lemieux thought the puck was in the net, and the net was on Lemoyne and solidified there. We'll have to wait and see, and in all likelihood, they'll probably have a discussion and possibly go upstairs just 33 seconds in to period number 1.
Well, Lemieux got the puck in behind the net and he threw it out in front. Jan Hrdina made a kicking motion. I don't know if he ever got a piece of it. He's going to throw it out in front right here. Watch Jan Hrdina. He kind of makes a kicking motion at it. He tries to get it, but I think Jagr's the one that stick kind of comes in between. Jagr's going to get hammered from Yuskevich in front of the net. Watch Jagr's stick right there. Lemieux throws it in front. Hrdina tries to kick it. I think he gets a piece of it. But Jagr's stick comes right into your picture, right here, and he throws it in, and as he's shooting the puck in, Yuskevich hits him from behind.
Well, Dale Ruth is the video referee, if you will, in the booth tonight. And he said to me before the game started, I hope there's not a controversial goal with Mario early on. And Dale, you didn't get a Christmas wish. And they're going to look at this one immediately. You're 33 seconds into the game.
Well, watch what happens here. Stop it right here. Jagr's stick's coming into the picture right there.
Where's the net now? You can't, I don't know if we have an overhead here, but see, now it's bumped. Jagr's the man that bumped it off, so the puck might have been in.
Because Yuskevich hit him from behind.
I think the puck might have been across the line when Jagr hit the net and knocked it off the mooring. Remember, we learned this from the situation we had not long ago, that the net has to be, at least in that referee Denny Morell's opinion, the net has to be set. It can't be coming up in any way.
Right, the puck is in front. Hrdina tries to kick at it, and here comes Jagr's stick.
And they will give the Penguins a goal. Jaromir Jagr will score. Lemieux gets a point just 33 seconds in. Pittsburgh 1, and the Toronto Maple Leafs nothing. And I will be cow kicked. Look at Lemieux, not even a minute into the game, gets his first point back in a Penguin uniform. Do you believe it? Number 20 for Jaromir Jagr. And I think the whole line will help out on the play. Lemieux will get one. I think Hrdina may have the other. It is Janssen off to Kovalev, and the Penguins put a new line out here, and racing through, going to the Toronto zone. Offside called against the Penguins. So the Penguins immediately here with a quick goal. Toronto giving up the first score here, 33 seconds in.
Check out the reaction. Two big guys absolutely
This guy
Unbelievable.
He is unbelievable.
3.5 years off.
Telling you, he's unbelievable.
All right, I'll come on, get an assist my first shift.
Well, he had a goal in his first shift in the National Hockey League. First shot against Pete Peters of the Boston Bruins. So why should we be surprised?
Incredible.
Yanni Laukkanen on defense out here with Hans Johnson. The Maple Leafs, who have struggled here of late on their own, losing last night to Atlanta. Lemieux cashing in to set up Yager to give the Penguins a 1-0 lead. Pittsburgh snapped the 6-game winless streak last night with a win against Buffalo in Buffalo. And Corson will take command of it. Shane Corson out here. Ryan McKay wheels the puck in. Darcy Tucker with Gary Roberts and Shane Corson. That's the trio on the ice here for Coach Pat Quinn. Maple Leafs have been a pretty good road team this year. Shoots the puck on the left side. Manson did. It was blocked. Picked up by Hans Johnson, the Penguin defenseman, around the boards. Held in by Peter Sloboda. Now jammed away by the Penguins up the other way.
Well, something to look for with Toronto. They gave up those 4 goals last night in the first period in Atlanta. Then they came back for the next 2 periods and outshot the Atlanta Thrashers 2-1. Obviously, they want to have a better start.
Sergei Berezin, number 94, gives the puck to Balk. Now back towards the net. Loose. Berezin almost tied the game very quickly. Balk along the boards. Spin it back again for Berezin. But Slager beat him to it. The Penguin defenseman on down to North, who skates his way out of danger. Milan Kraft trying to get the motor going. Taken away by Berezin. Look out, he can shoot, and it does on the net. Save, rebound. Yannick Perreault can't finish the play. Perreault's had a hot hand here of late. He's had 3 goals against the Penguins in the 2 games to date. Toronto has won both of them. Veronica the pins on wide of the net on that wrist shot. Lemieux takes over, put it back in front. He's out with Kraft right now, and Veronica. Here to center. And Lemieux gets on with his teammates here of Jaromir Jagr and Jan Hrdina.
Talked about Pro. He had 2 goals last night in that loss in Atlanta.
Gibbons comes in. He's bumped hard by Hrdina. Puck is drilled off the sideboards, back down towards the Penguins end. Art Snow will leave it for Darius Kasparaitis. Duran lost the puck. And Krapov takes it. This pass way too hard. And he marked off. Toronto defenseman on to Krapov. Back to Markov. He pulls the trigger. That one jumps off the stick of goaltender Gar Snow. Yager's trying to throw the puck out and does get it to center.
Something to watch for defensively for the Penguins in their own zone. Jagr will be playing center, but Jan Hrdina will be taking the majority of the draws in his own zone. Take a look at Pat Quinn, who was not happy with his team's performance yesterday in Atlanta. And after the 2 breaks for Christmas, they took a flight from Toronto, Atlanta, got in there late yesterday morning, did not have a pregame skate, ended up having their warm-up in the first period after giving up 4 goals in that first period. Take a look at the defensive pairing. A lot of talk about Markov and Yuskevich trying to play a lot against Mario Lemieux tonight.
Matt Sudin, who's made a living against the Penguins. Out here with Jonas Höglund and Igor Korolev once again. This will be matched up against the Robert Lang, Straka, and Kovalev trio. Let's see, Kovalev last night with a game winner against the Buffalo Sabres. Joseph around the wood, and McCabe comes after it. Lang took it away. Robert Lang marching towards the net. Hauled up his skates and taken out of the play. Looked around for a penalty, none to be called. 1-0 Pittsburgh. If you joined us late, Mario Lemieux in his first shift. Coming out for the Penguins, setting up Jaromir Jagr for a goal. Kovalev over to Straka, back into the slot area, picked up by Laukkanen onto the net. Joseph makes that save.
Good save there. Straka in front net. Good quick shot by Laukkanen. He read the play. He jumped in there and got the puck at the net.
Hey!
Johnson looking in front of his own goaltender. Now tap it up the left side to Milan Kraft. Back into his own end. Laukkanen. Over 4 minutes gone here in this first period. Darcy Tucker trying to get the motor going. Roberts will run into. This is one of the harder hitting lines in the National Hockey League that you see put together. Tucker, Roberts. Corson working as a threesome out here for Toronto.
This line's been very good in the 2 previous games against the Pens.
Dave Manson. Almost a silence in the crowd here after all the uproar. With Lemieux coming out to take the warm-up and then back. Hit the ice for the start of the game and a hard shot, and it's almost like they're just kind of sitting back and watching and taking everything in.
Resting.
Corson from behind the net centers it. And it comes free, and the Penguins slip it back to center. Going out right now for the Penguins. Coming on is Veronic with a puck. On to Toby Peterson. He is stopped neatly by Dave Manson. Kasparaitis races on one leg, and he falls off his skate. Maple Leafs pick it up. Moran back out to center. Will come to Yager. Down the left wing comes Herdina. Herdina moving to the net. Can't make a play. The Penguins hustle over and keep it in. Moran now to Herdina. Behind the net to Lemieux. Pulls back, looking right in front. Yager couldn't tap it in. And the Leafs do clear. They've had a lot of problems in the first period here in recent games. The Maple Leafs. Lemieux at the blue line realizes Yager's offside and plays it off the boards. A beautiful pass to Yager. He called for it. Lemieux pulls it behind him, trying to go to the net. He can't do it. Yager turns around. Yager's pass to Herdina. Going in front is Kasparaitis. It comes off down to Moran. Moran will shoot it, and that deflects off.
That was a good change by Lemieux. He realized he was tired. He didn't want to get all spent in a couple shifts. Made a quick change. About a 35-second shift for Lemieux.
Yeah, that one was a short one. He made a beautiful pass as Yager had called for it. He just played the puck off the board. Still to this day, I think Lemieux is the greatest passer in the history of the game. Penalty coming up against Gary Balk for high-sticking Kasparaitis. Penguins try and get a sixth attacker out there. But the Maple Leafs will be short-handed. Turkey will be on the table.
Storm Team 11, behind the scenes.
Hello, I'm David Johnson. Continuing our behind-the-scenes look at Storm Team 11, Channel 11 News Chief Meteorologist Steve Teeling with a look at our Doppler technology.
Well, David, live storm warning Doppler 11 radar is so versatile. Not only does it give us a 300-mile view to see severe weather hours away, we can also zoom into street-level mapping and show when those storms will hit your neighborhood.
Storm Team 11 on Channel 11 News.
The weather on Channel 11 News will never be the same. Coverage you can count on.
Car and Driver ranked the Mazda Protege ES the #1 compact sedan, beating out Honda, Toyota, and Nissan in an extensive comparison test. But the experts didn't stop there. They say it offers BMW Verve for less than half the price, to which we can only add...
I'm Dan Potash. Coming up tonight on the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, we'll have complete highlights and analysis of Mario Lemieux's return to the ice with live interviews and post-game reaction from Mellon Arena. We'll also hear from Bill Cowher, who fired offensive coordinator Kevin Gilbride today after 2 seasons with the Steelers. Plus, the Pitt Panthers continue to gear up for Thursday's matchup with Iowa State at the Insight.com Bowl in Phoenix. So for 30 minutes of sports, 100% dedicated to the Pittsburgh home team. Stay tuned for the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report tonight.
Well, welcome back. Tonight's RealPittsburgh.com Pens Online question is, will Mario's return lift the Pens out of their slump at home? Vote yes or no. Log on to RealPittsburgh.com sports during or after the game to cast your vote. RealPittsburgh.com, Pittsburgh's #1 website.
Double minor called here. Robert Lang on with Jaromir Jagr and Mario Lemieux in this first power play unit for the Penguins. The point men will be Marty Straka and Alexei Kovalev. Puck is chopped away by the Maple Leafs. A double minor. Here's Sundin coming on. Good poke check from behind. Lemieux handles the puck. Trying to go to the right side of Jagr. That's not going to get through. Straka carries the mail in. Jagr off the near side, holding that puck. Lemieux goes to the edge of the net. Jagr doesn't go that way. Went all the way to the left side over to Straka. Straka back to Lemieux. Lemieux holds that puck. Cross rink to Kovalev. He fanned on it. Lemieux's got it again. He shoots the puck and it goes right off of Joseph. He almost cashed in. Kovalev right back to Jagr. Jagr looking. His wrist shot. That comes off Joseph. Penguins power play. He's been slumping here of late. Lemieux coming out. They've had all kinds of time here in this power play with Lemieux handling the puck. It goes to Jagr in front. That's going to be swept away again by the Maple Leafs. And they look tired as they come off. Penguins really dominated on that control. That's only the first minute. Penguins make a wholesale change in their power play unit. Herdina's going to crank it back in behind the net. And they've got Milan, Krab, Baranek, and Herdina on the second unit with Kovalev and Straka remaining out as point men. And now Straka heads off and Jeff Norton replaces him.
Well, the respect factor there when the Penguins set up. Once Mario Lemieux got the puck along the boards, Toronto just kind of sat back. Let him pass and do what he wanted.
Kovalev on to Herdina. Looks the scene over. Lays it to Joseph Baranek. Baranek now looking. Down deep, he has Milan Kraft, and back Baranek. Baranek at front. Deflected by Herdina, came off the pipe. Big Ben struck one there. Herdina that close to giving the Penguins a 2-0 advantage.
John Herdina with 4 points in his last 2 games.
Murray's going to come right back out now after a minute of rest. Comes to Robert Lang, on to Lemieux to the left side. Lemieux looks it over, puts inside, and shoots the puck, and another big save by Curtis Joseph. Here's Slager on the right side. Giving the puck back to Yager, to Lemieux, back to Yarmir. He surveys the scene. He has Lemieux going to the left wing circle. He goes that way to him. He'll play it up the boards. Murray challenged by Corson. He now pulls back into the corner. 1-0 pinch to Yager. A shot. Save made. Rebound. Lang can't finish. Lang behind the net. Over to Lemieux. He shoots the puck and it's deflected. Yager now giving the puck to Slager. Back to Yager. Yager. Lemieux slapped the stick on the ice. He wants the puck. Yager still moves over. Now sets up at the center point. He'll go the near side to Jeff Norton. Norton back to Yager. And Tucker comes after him. And around the boards it goes for Lemieux. Feed it back over with a backdoor pass to Robert Lang. Now to Lemieux. Minute 10 to go on the second penalty. Lemieux, cross rink in front. It comes off the stick of Lang. Toronto trying to get it out. Their penalty killers are tired right now. The Penguins trying to exploit this. Lemieux has the puck. He fires it on the net. And that's stopped by Joseph. Again he centers. And it comes free to Norton. Norton puts it in the left wing circle. Now challenged by Tucker, and he clears.
That's keep away. That's what you call keep away. The Penguins had the puck the whole time, and every time they shot it, they had great anticipation and jumped to the puck. Outstanding power play so far.
Headman pass for Herdina, and this one's going to be an icing call if the Penguins don't get there first. Kraft gave it a shot. That slows the play down with 34 seconds to go. Well, Mario found that in a hurry. Working a power play. He's seen a lot of ice time early on. That tongue's hanging out a little bit.
Getting a quick breath on the bench. Well deserved. Watch this move here, right here. He fakes. He goes right to the middle. McCabe goes sliding, and what a save by. And there's his wife, Natalie. Watching Mario coming in. Sitting on pins and needles.
I'll tell you, Edzo, you react more in the booth than she did. And I'm not taking, she was just watching the game. Edzo's living 1,000 deaths up here tonight.
Cannot believe it. Absolutely. Talking about emotion.
You're worth the price of admission yourself tonight.
I like to use the word body language. I got a lot of body language tonight.
You do.
And here to the left of the Penguin goal. Malkinen turns it over to Robert Lang. Kovalev trying to sneak into the Maple Leaf zone and will. 18 to go in the Penguin power play. Cross-rink pass. Laukkonen in front, and it jumped right by Straka and off of Joseph. The Penguins have outshot the Maple Leafs 7-2 in the early going. Kovalev shoots and scores with a great snap shot, and the Penguins make it 2-0. A blistering cannon by Kovalev. The Penguins get their second goal, and you can shave my face with a rusty razor. Another incredible shot by Kovalev.
Well, Kovalev with his... What a shot. 19th of the year, just lets the thing go. Joseph was down. He cannot believe he blows it right over his left shoulder. He walks right in. Yuskevich is there. He goes down. There is not much room, folks. Check out this shot. And the reaction of the bench. Something we continue to talk about. Alexei Kovalev in the past would try to go around Yuskevich there. Lets that quick wrist snap shot go. It beats Curtis Joseph. 2-0 lead for the Pens.
Malkinen gets a helper on the goal. And the Penguins make it 2-0 here in the first period. This is Toby Peterson. The Penguins again drill the puck deep into the Toronto zone. Joseph's going to whack it off the board. It'll come off that far wing, and Balk was in the penalty box. Got all but 18 seconds of that penalty. It was a finish up. Straka has an assist on the goal. Penguins come back for more, and here comes Baranek coming towards the net. He's got a chance, trying to slip it in front. That's pushed aside. Last night, the Penguins forced Dominic Hasek out of the game in Buffalo. Joseph, another big save as he kicks the body across to make the stop on Baranek. It's all Pittsburgh here in this first period.
Reminiscent of that game back a while ago when Toronto was in town.
Yeah.
Penguins had a total, complete domination. Joseph kept them in the game. They don't seem to be really on top of their game right now.
Well, you must be aware. Here's Lemieux feeding the puck back. Yager in front to Herdina. He sweeps into the net. The rebound shot wide. Is that the Maple Leafs are a very high-scoring team. They can come back. Herdina reaches in. Lemieux collides here with Peter Sabota. Lemieux behind the net. Throw it in front. Herdina can't quite finish. Ty Domi runs into Kasperitis, and Kasper took the worst of that, but Lemieux has the biscuit. Lemieux turned around, bumped, and the Penguins force it back in. A penalty coming up, and it's against Toronto to Lemieux. Lemieux shoots the puck, and Herdina races over. Back to Kasperitis towards the net. Blocked in front by Manson. And this puck is going to be touched by the Maple Leafs. They'll get a penalty on Ty Domi.
Storm Team 11, behind the scenes.
Hello again, David Johnson with you as we continue our behind-the-scenes tour of Storm Team 11. Now on the Channel 11 assignment desk and assignment editor, Keith Baker. Hey, when a severe storm hits, I have 20 crews ready to go at a moment's notice.
When severe weather is breaking, pagers go off. Our reporters, producers, writers, photographers all know weather is our #1 priority, and they know they can be called into action at a moment's notice.
Storm Team 11 on Channel 11 News is coverage you can count on.
The weather on Channel 11 News will never be the same.
What's the strength of a dollar? Money is economic energy. When distributed, it has the power to fuel all manner of enterprise. Since 1855, Dollar Bank has invested billions of dollars in millions of lives and thousands of businesses in Western Pennsylvania, creating a currency of growth and opportunity. That's the strength of a dollar.
Now get $1,500 cash allowance or 0.9% APR financing on Dodge Neon and Intrepid, a brand new Dodge Stratus with an exceptionally low lease rate. Wouldn't that make your holidays a bit more festive?
Well, welcome back. Tonight's Pizza Hut League leader shows us that man right there. Mario Lemieux, NHL record shorthanded goals, overtime points, highest goals, but really the one that sticks out, the only player to average 2 points per game. Phenomenal. And what's happened so far? His first shift of the game, throws it on in front of the net. Jaromir Jagr comes in, assists his first assist to back. First point back in 3.5 years, and after being reviewed, the celebration. Welcome back, big guy.
Another penalty against the Maple Leafs. Ty Domi receives 2 minutes for roughing. So the Penguins on their third power play, and the television timeout really helped the Penguins here because Lemieux is able to come back out with Lang and Jagr here. There you see his shifts, the total time.
Outstanding. Good short shifts on a couple of those 5-on-5s.
He's just played 12 minutes of the game. Give me a total on that, guys, from the truck if you can. He's played 12 minutes. He's been on the ice that much so far. And a long shot skips up into the seats. We'll get another face-off. Came off a Maple Leaf.
I don't know if that went off the crossbar or not, Mike.
Well, yeah, it did actually. They're going to move it outside of the blue line.
Lemieux's going to take a walk in. Robert Lang doing a good job in front of the net. Yuskevich just kind of lets him in. He looks, he takes the shot.
Yes, it did.
Right where the post and the crossbar meet. Take a look at the isolation. Straka gets on the puck. He waits. He's looking. Takes that shot.
Well, he knows how close he was, too. Because he had him on that right shoulder again, up high. Off Tucker, and it's controlled now by Jagr. Minute 40 to go on the penalty to Domi. Hughes going to throw the puck into the Maple Leaf zone, and Dmitry Yuskevich comes back. This is the situation where the Penguins have the Leafs on the run here a little bit, and they need to add to it and try and bury them early if they can. Kovalev stopping. And again, I'm just kind of amazed how this crowd is just kind of sitting and watching all that Lemieux is doing here in this first period. Kovalev back over to Jagr. Jagr feeds it back to the left point. It comes to Lemieux. Lemieux trying to shovel it to the net. He can't do it. Lang around to Jagr, and they'll get the puck to Kovalev. Right back to Yarmer. Yarmer shoots the puck. Joseph the save. And his face mask knocked off, and they'll blow the whistle immediately and let him reset it. That shot by Jagr hit him in the mask and knocked his mask off. What's Tucker upset
I don't
about?
know.
He shot the puck?
Yeah, he's always yapping out there, and I don't know if he's thinking that he did it on purpose or not. He's shooting the puck. That's exactly what happens, and nothing. That's exactly what Tucker's
You're out of line, Darce.
beefing at him.
Yeah.
He tried to shoot it and hit him upside the head. He's trying to score. That's exactly what he's trying to do. And Tucker's a fiery guy trying to get his troops lit up a little bit.
12-2 now, the shots here in this first period. This faceoff will be to the left of Curtis Joseph. A minute to go in the penalty to the Maple Leafs, who are the only team here that has drawn a penalty in this first period. 2-0 Pittsburgh. Goals by Jaromir Jagr and Alexei Kovalev. If you joined us late, shame on you for 6 weeks. Lemieux in his first shift out helped set up Jagr for a goal. Straka retreating now to the Penguin blue line. And a two-line offside pass call. And the Penguins now have to go back to their own territory and reset here as they'll have this power play still in effect. For those of you on the Kovalev goal, 19 for Kovalev, Laukkanen and Straka. He's only 7 shy now of his all-time high. 26 set last year. We're not even to the halfway point of the season. Towards the Penguins net, Gar Snow. Leaves the puck here for Jeff Nort. Penguins get Lemieux, Jagr, and Hrdina out here as a trio again. On to the left side, Lemieux drags it down. Roberts comes after him, quickly moves it over to Slager. Slager's shot was blocked. Half a minute to go. Gar Snow rolls the puck around to Slager. Roberts comes after him. Roberts and Korolev as penalty killers. To the right side, Joseph Baranek. Penguins made a quick change here to get that line off. Time ticking down on this power play.
Well, the Pens continue to not want to shoot the puck in. If Toronto has 3 or 4 guys back, they're going to have to shoot the puck in and go get it.
Kraft looked like an offside call there. Never did get into the zone. Sundin trying to muscle his way in against Laukkanen. Sundin has lost his glove apparently. Somebody has. Comes in behind the Penguin cage. Toby Peterson. Laukkanen who lost that glove on the left hand. Frank steers the puck into the Toronto zone. Here to the right side, Hans Johnson. Johnson moves it back in behind the net. Peterson hit from behind by Dave Manson. Sails around to Ty Domi. Domi and Lemieux are pretty good friends before the game tonight. They escaped from the warm-up. Domi came over to say something to Mario. Handled by Dave Manson, and Manson looks it over, and a long blast. That's 90 feet, and Snow has to catch in this glove and leave it for Hans Johnson. Pass on the center to Robert Lang. Off the body of defenseman Danny Markov. Lang's going to reach over his shoulder, can't come up with a puck, and Balk will. Onto the right side for Yannick Perreault. Be careful here. Perreault comes in, he moves in against Moran, goes to goal, and he shot it up the pipe. There's nobody there to cover Sergei Berezin. He rung it up the pipe. Perreault to the right side of Yuskevich, and he missed. Last night the Maple Leafs got down to Atlanta, but they really dominated the play in periods 2 and 3. Here the Penguins lead 2-0. Kovalev
open, another shot. Score! Alexei Kovalev!
Here's Hrdina, splits right through everybody, dropping up to Jagr. Goal number 4 for Jagr, the first time ever in his NHL career.
Penguins fans, make sure you take advantage of the Penguins' new Flex 10 plan. Buy 10 tickets in any combination and get a discount off the gate price. To find out more, call today at 1-800-642-PENS.
Verizon puts the world's most powerful technologies in your hands. so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. Verizon, how to get life done.
Break into New Year Wednesday, January 3rd. Game time 7:30 p.m. The Penguins face off against Peter Bondra and the Washington Capitals. To order tickets, call Ticketmaster 412-323-1919 or just call 1-800-642-PENS. We can stop it right here. Alexei Kovalev has his eyes on Perreault, and over here is Sergei Berezin. And Berezin comes in, takes a shot, and hits the post. Kovalev kind of got distracted defensively.
Gary Vaughn working one-on-one against Kasparaitis. Well, the Penguins have to direct it up the sideboard. Straka reaching to get it. Can't come up with it. Thomas Caberlet of the Maple Leafs. His path broken up, and Ian Moran turns, doubles it back into the left side of the Toronto zone. Mixing up their defensive pairings here, as now Norton is out with Ian Moran. Yager hits the ice. Maple Leafs come to the Penguins in a heavy slap shot by Berezin, who is traditionally one of the leaders in the National Hockey League in shots on goal. Yager flying out here, moved right by Yoskevic himself. Here's a quick shot by Herdina. That's going to be stopped by goaltender Curtis Joseph. Herdina moving right in front. Puck beyond Yager and touched by a Maple Leaf, and we have an icing call here. Lemieux, through the first 15.5 minutes of this first period, unofficially, had played already 7 minutes and 5 seconds. That is a lot of ice time in your debut after 3.5 years.
The majority of that time was spent in the offensive zone.
Well, here's an interesting matchup now. They're going to use Corson, Roberts, and Tucker against this line. So this is the first time tonight we've seen Pat Quinn go with this, or maybe it's a Penguins choice here, right?
Well, they have the last change.
Right, but I think they made their move and then Toronto reacted. Face-off win. Now the Maple Leafs, it appeared, and Roberts now dropping him behind the net. Corson trying to reach in and get it. There's a pump by Roberts. One of the heavy hitters in the National Hockey League for a lot of seasons. And Gary Roberts, second in shooting percentage in the National Hockey League. I looked at his numbers in his career. He's over 20% in his career. That is an unbelievable number. Lemieux was right at 20% in his career. Greatest goal scorer of all time in the NHL. Here's Yager over to Mario Lemieux. At least goals per game. That's what we're talking about. Gretzky, of course, holds every record imaginable by an NHL player. Tapped away by Roberts onto the Penguin line. Yager with a giveaway. Adam Mayer right down the lane. He shoots the puck. Got stopped. The rebound, and he couldn't get to it. Pretty good job there by Garceau. One of the Leafs is hurt. We've got a penalty, a delay call. Well, that was a late call there by Kimberly, the referee, who then raised his arm after Darcy Tucker was down to the right of the Penguins' net. He looked around for some help, and I have a feeling he may have looked at one of the linesmen who gave him a signal. But he wasn't going to call the penalty originally.
Well, Laukkanen was in front of the net with them. And Tucker laid there for at least 3 seconds. Well, coming up tonight, it's 11 o'clock Regional Sports Report. It's 30 minutes of nightly sports news completely dedicated to Pittsburgh's home teams. For extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews, catch the 11 o'clock Regional Sports Report. Pittsburgh edition tonight only on Fox Sports Net. Well, after the giveaway by Yager, be some traffic in front of the net. It's Hans Janssen. Looks like as Tucker was falling down, he kind of gave him a forearm shiver. Right in your screen, that's exactly what it was, almost like an elbow or a forearm. Right into the face of Darcy Tucker. And he laid there.
Tucker's being helped off. Yeah, he's being helped off to the locker room. So a 2-minute minor here They call interference on him because neither one of the referees saw the play. It was definitely, you would call it an elbow or roughing, but they weren't sure what happened on the play, but they made the call, so Jansson's off.
Yeah, that definitely was a delayed reaction by referee Greg Kimmerly.
And I don't think McCreary, because McCreary skated away from him. He never came over to talk to him. And then, it's the communication between referees is becoming very interesting. Now they don't really, some do and some don't. So then McCreary skated over as if to say, well, okay, well, what happened here? Well, the Maple Leafs will get their first power play. And there you see the numbers for Toronto. Penguins without Bob Bugner, Matthew Barnaby, Roman Simicek sitting out tonight, Rennie Corbet, Dan Treble, and John Sebastian Aubin. Maple Leafs have Steve Thomas out of their lineup. It's a big loss for them. Beat the Penguins recently in Toronto. From that time on, though, they've lost 5 of their last 6 games. Jonas Hoagland will get the puck back behind the goal to Roberts. Well, for Sundin, call it a coincidence or whatever, was Steve Thomas out of the lineup. The Leafs aren't winning.
He brings a lot of energy. He knows how to score goals.
Camberley to Roberts. Went right by Sundin. Off the wood and taken by Baranek and slipped back into Toronto real estate.
Good read there by Baranek, knowing just to get the puck down. He's been out there for about 35 seconds. Don't take any chances offensively while killing the penalty.
Jonas Hoagland comes over to get the puck. In the Penguin zone, falling down is Jeff Norton. And we'll get a stop and play and a face-off to the left of the Penguins net. One guy is probably happy tonight that Matthew Barnaby's not playing would be Brian McCabe, who's out here on the point, or may come off now, but they had a battle galore here in a game 2 weeks ago here in this building that lasted about 2 minutes. I don't think McCabe's quite up to going again, or Barnaby. That was one of the...
Well, Matty wanted to keep going.
He did, yeah.
He told the linesman, stay away, stay away. I think Brian McCabe was looking for some help, and he got it, but what a battle that was. Remember, at that time, it was 2-0 for the Pens.
Yep. Same identical score right now. Off a Maple Leaf player, Yuskevich. The one thing the Penguins will have to be on guard for. Toronto has been a very strong second period team this season. And the Penguins, their weakest period has been the second. Bears in with 55 to go. The Leafs would love to score here, and if I'm not mistaken, they scored a late goal in that game.
Gary Roberts.
Yeah, in the first period against the Penguins. Yannick Perreault to make it 2-1. Brock a turn, but Manson will take the puck. Manson looking back. 34 seconds to go in the Penguin minor. Corson shoots it in, but the Leafs are offside. So Toronto is going to have to reset it. Roberts did get that goal at 16:27 actually for the first period. Then Yuskevich tied in the second, 2-2, and then they marched on home. They went on Tropov, Balk, Markov to make it 5-2, and they went on to win 7-4.
Yuskevich got hit with a puck earlier in that shift. The Penguins were trying to shoot that down, and his face ended up getting in the way, and he's going to get some repairs. There's only 58.1 seconds left to go in the first. 2-0 lead for the Pens. 32 more seconds. Hans Janssen minor.
Robert Lang, the matchup against Corson. Camberley will take control. That's Camberley. On the reach of Yannick Perreault. Chopping the puck is Lang. It came back up and hit him in the side of the head, it appeared, but the Penguins do get the job done, and that should kill the penalty. McCabe with those good wheels is going to start the motor, and here he comes. He can fly. Out the right side of Corson. Kasparaitis got a piece of him. Having Kasparaitis there really changes the complexion of that whole right side, because they have to be so fearful that he's going to come up in the play. From behind the net, here's Corson. Corson centering. Lemieux is out here killing the time on the penalty made on it. Just slipped back into Toronto ice.
That's physical presence. That's exactly what Kasparaitis brings. No shots on that last Leafs power play.
McCabe up to center. 6 seconds to go. And the period is going to come to a close. Lemieux started the period, and he will end it here for the Penguins. On his first shift down in this comeback, he sets up Jaromir Jagr. The Penguins add another, and at the end of one period, the scoreboard reads the Pittsburgh Penguins 2, And the Toronto Maple Leafs nothing. Stay tuned for the first intermission report. Stan Savran. We'll have a whole lot to talk about. That's all coming up next.